Welcome to Safe Money and Income Radio with military veteran, federal retirement consultant, and leader in finance as recognized by Top 100 magazine, your host, Daryl Blackmon. Daryl is a retirement and income specialist, primarily serving the Eastern U.S., but he's sought after nationally for his expertise in helping people secure their retirements. Mr. Blackmon is a licensed financial professional in numerous states throughout the country. He specializes in working with people who are near retirement and those who have already retired with wealth management, income planning, and asset protection strategies using various insurance-based financial products. And now, here to talk with you about securing your retirement, your host, Daryl Blackmon.
Welcome to Safe Money and Income Radio. I'm Daryl Blackmon, an asset and retirement protection specialist serving your local area. In 1988, Bobby McFerrin released his song, Don't Worry, Be Happy, which reached number one on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Not only was this a catchy song, but it would bring a smile to just about anyone who listened to it. Unfortunately, for many of our seniors today, a song telling them not to worry isn't going to help the reality of the problems they face with planning for income, long-term care, and living a happy life and what should be their golden years. Singing a song is easy, and unfortunately, that is what many in the financial planning industry are good at. If you are tired of getting the same old song and dance telling you that you have nothing to worry about, when your gut is telling you that something is not right, then maybe it is time to turn off the music and start dealing with reality. I specialize in making sure that the golden years are golden by focusing on strategies that guarantee growth, minimize or completely remove fees that are deducted from your account value, and provide the option of guaranteeing income that you cannot live. We focus on long-term care needs, tax efficiency, and leaving a legacy based on making sure you don't have to be dependent on anybody, especially your family members in your final years. I'm not just going to tell you not to worry. I'm going to show you, based on contractual guarantees, that you don't have to worry about market losses or outliving your retirement fund. Give me a call now at 844-837-SAFE. Once we talk, I can determine if we should meet, but first I must determine if I can significantly help you. My number again is 844-837-7233. In July of 2012, Time magazine published an article titled Lifetime Income Stream, Key to Retirement Happiness. Now, in this article, it showed that people in England and North America were happiest in retirement if they had pension income they could rely on. In other words, if they had guaranteed income from a pension, they were happier than if they were living from their retirement savings. In 2018, a guaranteed lifetime income study was conducted by the research firms of Greenwald and Associates and Canix, asking individuals between the ages of 55 and 75 with household assets of at least $100,000 about the value of guaranteed income. Now, this study was repeated conclusively in 2019, and it concluded that 60% of retirees see a high value in guaranteed income in addition to Social Security. It also showed that the majority worry less and are happier when they have guaranteed income. So this begs the question, why are so many retirees invested in things where the outcome is hypothetical, not guaranteed, based on arbitrary assumptions, and exposed to significant market risk? I believe much of it has to do with ignorance and conflicts of interest. There's an entire industry that wants to get paid trail commissions every year, whether their clients make money or lose it. They want to charge high fees that come directly out of their clients' accounts while keeping their clients ignorant of low-cost alternatives that provide guaranteed growth for the purpose of lifetime income and a guaranteed income that cannot be outlived. Now, I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but unfortunately, all too often, it is the truth. I'm here to tell you about an alternative retirement plan where your money can grow at rates of up to 7% for the purpose of receiving guaranteed lifetime income. Once you're ready, you can activate your income payout option that will pay you income for the rest of your life while you still have access to liquidity, emergency funds, and a death benefit for your heirs. If you'd like to learn more, now would be a great time to call me for your complimentary Safe Money and Income book and Safe Money and Income kit. My number is 844-837-SAFE. Let's work together to take uncertainty out of your retirement so you can enjoy your golden years without financial stress. Again, our number is 8. To wrap up this segment, let me ask you a very simple question. Don't you want to be happy? One of my clients the other day said, I like to manage my investments because I want to keep an eye on my money. And I asked him, wouldn't you rather keep an eye on your wife, your grandchildren, or even your golf game? I could see the light bulb turn on right in front of my eyes. Are you living out your retirement years to serve the stress of managing retirement finances? Or are you using your retirement years to enjoy the things that are more important than money? If your income is not guaranteed, how are you going to have a happy retirement? How are you going to have the time and freedom to put energy into the people and things that retirement is supposed to be about? Are you ready to sing the song, Don't Worry, Be Happy, when it comes to your retirement income? If so, give me a call. Safe. Well, I must take a short break. This is Daryl Blackmon, and you're listening to Safe Money and Income Radio. Let's pause for some exciting announcements.
Business owners, some of you have worked 20 and even 30 years to build your business. You're ready to sell this asset and go into retirement, but you don't want to risk or lose any of your hard-earned money. Property owners, have you just sold your property and need to turn that money into lifetime income? How about 401k participants? Have you recently changed jobs or reached age 59 and a half and have a retirement account you don't want to see exposed to market loss? If you have money you're counting on for retirement, we can ensure you sleep at night with our income and wealth preservation planning. Don't gamble your life's work away if you are nearing or in retirement. Take some of the chips off the table and do something to take the stress out of your retirement. Call us now at 844-837-SAFE. That's 844-837-7233. Operators are standing by now and every day of the week. That number again is now back to more Safe Money and Income Radio with your host, Daryl Blackmon.
Welcome back to Safe Money and Income Radio. I'm Daryl Blackmon, a Safe Money retirement specialist. Have you ever been to a casino? I'm sure at least sometime in your life you have either been to one or seen one on TV or in a movie. What is the one noise that you constantly hear in a casino? You're hearing it now. Just by me asking that question, you are hearing the clang, clang, clang of those coins hitting the metal tray at the bottom of a slot machine. I want you to think about that noise for a second. Everybody loves that noise in a casino, but why? Any place else it would be very annoying. If someone was making that noise in your house, you would probably hit them over the head with a broom and tell them to knock it off. But for some reason, in a casino, we like that noise. Why? You know the answer? We like that noise because we know that someone is getting paid. There's a lot of excitement, hope, and encouragement when you are sitting at a slot machine and you hear someone getting paid. What if there was an equally loud noise for every time somebody lost money? What if every time somebody lost money at the casino, you heard the Let's Make a Deal game show zonk noise, or you heard the Price is Right loser horns? You know what I'm talking about, that won't, won't, won't sound of complete failure. Guess what? Nobody in a no market risk strategy ever hears that sound due to market losses. They never hear that sound of market loss failure. And when I say never, I mean never. Is all your money exposed to the sound of potential failure? Shouldn't some of it only be exposed to the sound of getting paid and never losing a dime due to market loss? Wouldn't you like to only get paid and never take market losses? If you hear what I'm saying, call me for a guaranteed payday where your money only goes up and never goes down due to market losses. I only work with those at or near retirement. That typically means age 50 to 75. For those I meet with, you'll be provided with some complimentary resources, including a copy of our book and some solution-based illustrations on how a no-market risk plan can help you protect your money while still having the opportunity for growth and lifetime income. Do you have an existing retirement that you would like to safeguard from losses? Why don't you give me a call now? You can reach me at 844-837-SAFE. That's 844-837-7233. There's no cost or obligation. So imagine a casino that only allowed you to make one bet per year. The game is simple, completely transparent, and highly regulated. And here's how the game works. Let's say you're betting $100,000. If you lose, you get your money back, the entire $100,000. If you win, you get to keep your earnings plus the money you bet. Let's say you win a 10% gain. So now you have $110,000. Next year you play the game again, but now you're betting $110,000. If you lose the game, like last time, you get your money back, the whole $110,000. If you win a 10% gain, you now have $121,000. The worst you can do is get your money back, but the best you can do is a 20% gain or more. But no matter how much you win, you never lose those winnings due to playing the game. This is how no market risk planning works. You only win and never lose because of losses. Compare that to risk-based investing. If you invested $100,000 on stocks, bonds, mutual funds, variable annuities, real estate investment trusts, or anything that's not guaranteed against market loss, here is how it works. You still bet $100,000. If you win a 10% gain, you now have $110,000. But if you lose 10%, you now have $90,000. Now you must play with less money. If you're playing with $90,000 and you win a 10% gain, now you only have $99,000. You still don't even have the money you started playing the game with. Everyone knows the problem with gambling. The longer you play, the more chance there is of loss. When it comes to the retirement game, you can't afford to lose. If you're my client, you will typically be at the age of 50 to 75 and have at least $100,000 in retirement savings, but usually much more. Like I said before, I don't work with everyone. Most of my clients have one thing in common. They are closer to the end of their lives than the beginning. They can't afford to lose the game due to market risk gambling. Gambling is like any other vice. A little in moderation is probably not going to kill you, but is it something you should do all the time with all your money? Of course not. That is why my clients at least put the money they need to count on in strategies that eliminate market risk. It's not for all your money, and it's not for everyone. But if you are at or near retirement, it is at least worth considering. Again, call me now for a complimentary suitability review. For those I meet with, you'll be provided with some resources, including a copy of our book and some illustrations on how a market risk-free plan can help you protect your money while still having the opportunity for growth and lifetime income. Give me a call now at 844-837-SAFE. Once we talk, I can determine if we should meet. But first, I must determine if I can significantly help you. My number again is 844-837-7233. That's 844-837-7233. What if you had a better than average chance of a better than average return without any risk of market losses? Isn't that the best way to play the game when you're at an age where losses can destroy your retirement? Maybe you're like some of my clients and have millions of dollars you're gambling with. I know what you're thinking because all my extremely wealthy clients were thinking the same thing before I started working with them. When you have millions, you feel like you're immune to the risk of losing a bet on the market. If you have 5 million and lose $1 million, no big deal, right? But why did you work so hard just to lose what you worked for? Shouldn't you at least protect some of your money without the risk of market loss while still having the opportunity to win when the market is up? Wouldn't you like to lock in market gains from losses, eliminate management fees, and defer taxes? Doesn't it at least make sense to find out what I'm talking about and determine once and for all if a no market risk strategy at least makes sense for some of your hard-earned money? You need to have significant retirement savings and at least be age 50 for me to help you. When you call, we will talk, and I will tell you if you're a candidate for my services. At that point, we will meet and go over your situation. If you decide not to move forward, you're not going to offend me. My calendar is always full, and I'm not a salesperson chasing one client like my life depends on it. If you determine that a no market risk plan is not for you, I promise we'll depart as friends and my door will always be open if you change your mind. I already know I can't save everyone from financial loss because some people just want to roll the dice and pay the consequences. But I am going to do my best to make sure people have the opportunity to lock in gains and avoid market losses. This is my mission. This is my passion. For a suitability review, give me a call. 844-837-SAFE. Now would be a great time to call me for your complimentary Safe Money and Income book and Safe Money and Income kit. Once again, My number is 84. This is Daryl Blackmon, your host of Safe Money and Income Radio. I'll be right back after this informative message.
Have you recently changed jobs and now you have a 401k or another retirement account you don't want to expose to the risk of market loss? You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Since you'll probably start another retirement account at your new job, why not ensure your old account provides you principal protection, the opportunity to participate in the market with locked-in accumulation, and a guaranteed lifetime income? We can help you roll over the retirement account from your previous employer and identify products that provide the potential of index-linked credited interest while limiting market risk. Did you know that if you're age 59 and a half, you may be able to move money out of your employer plan even if you're still working there? Call us now and ask about bonus options on your retirement money with a fixed indexed annuity. Imagine putting your money on an elevator that only goes up. It might stop on a few floors along the way when the market index goes down, but you won't go back to visit the lower floors. Our phone number is 844-837-SAFE. That's 844-837-7233. You can get your complimentary Safe Money and Income book by calling us now. That number again is 844-837-7233. You're listening to Safe Money and Income Radio with your host, Daryl Blackmon.
Welcome back to Safe Money and Income Radio. I'm Daryl Blackmon, a safe money retirement specialist. Planning requires questions and answers. Unfortunately, many times there are bad plans because of a lack of good questions. For example, many of our grandkids these days are being asked what college degree they want to pursue based off their passions and dreams. Shouldn't they also be asked how much money they want to make or need to financially survive? Another good question to ask is if there will be a job for the degree they are pursuing when they graduate. The consequences of bad questions can be devastating. We see this with our youth when they graduate with a useless degree and as much as $200,000 in student loans. Fortunately, the same question and answer faulty logic used for determining a college degree is also used in financial planning for retirement. The most common question asked for investors is, what is your risk tolerance? The most uncommon question asked is, how much inflation-adjusted income are you going to want or need at retirement, and how are you going to get your income to that amount on a guaranteed payout that you cannot outlive? The risk tolerance question is what we call a pass the buck question. In other words, if you decide what your risk tolerance is, then your financial planner is off the hook and you are determining the allocations of your investments. It becomes your choice, not the advice of your financial planner. Also, it makes you feel like you have a plan when the truth is your entire retirement is still subject to hypothetical and arbitrary strategies. Let me suggest that you might want to consider removing hypothetical and arbitrary from your retirement planning. I work with guaranteed solutions that create a plan you can count on. Give me a call now at 844-837-SAFE. Once we talk, I can determine if we should meet, but first I must determine if I can significantly help you. My number again is 84. Have you ever heard of a safety first retirement plan? Now, this is not a new concept. It was developed back in the 1920s. This retirement plan puts an emphasis on prioritizing the intended goal for retirement than arbitrary investment decisions that leave your plan open-ended. For example, one priority everyone should have is a minimum amount of income they would have guaranteed for the rest of their lives. Applying a safety-first strategy would mean that you prioritize your planning so you have an income floor. For example, let's say you never want to have less than $80,000 a year in income. In that case, you would add up your Social Security, your pensions, your annuities, your property lease income, or any other income that is reasonably guaranteed so that you know that you have at least $80,000 in income for the rest of your life. If the income doesn't add up to what you need, the strategy would focus on getting you to that income goal in a way that guarantees success. Now, this strategy is not just for the middle class. In a recent Newsmax article, Ben Stein, a celebrity, highly credentialed economist, talked about how he used annuities to make sure that no matter what happened with his investments, he would never have less than a certain amount of income. In other words, he created a floor based on a desired lifestyle that he could never live below. In an April 25th, 2014 Bloomberg article, championship NBA Lakers basketball player Shaquille O'Neal explains how he did the same thing as Ben Stein. Shaquille is not just known for his basketball fame, but is also a talented and aggressive business investor and entrepreneur. With investment comes risk. So in this article, Shaquille says that he doesn't just need or count on his endorsement money, because when he first came into the NBA, his money manager persuaded him to sock away more than $1 million a year in annuities. This income is now enough for him to live on, O'Neal says, just in case all this stuff goes bad. This type of thinking is different between what we call if-come planning, in other words, planning that you don't know if it is going to be there when you need it, or the alternative, income planning, that is guaranteed, passive, and residual. There are all types of passive, residual, and dependable incomes. My job is to make sure they all work together to make sure you have an income floor that you can never live below. Now, some of the plans I work with can grow at rates of up to 7% for the purpose of receiving guaranteed lifetime income. Once you are ready, you can activate your income payout option that will pay you income for the rest of your life while still having access to liquidity, emergency funds, and death benefits for your heirs. If you'd like to learn more, be sure to ask me for your complimentary Safe Money and Income book and Safe Money and Income kit at 844-837-SAFE. Let's work together to take income uncertainty out of retirement so you can enjoy the golden years without financial stress. Again, our number is 844-837-7233. Don't you think it's time to be asked the right questions and provided with good answers? Look at what you're doing with your retirement right now and ask yourself, do I have an income floor that I can count on? Is it adequate? Is it keeping up with inflation? Will it survive a death of a spouse when Social Security and/or pension income is lost? Will it be deteriorated by long-term care costs? Do I have a tax-free income replacement strategy? These are all very important questions that need answers you can count on. Give us a call. Well, that's all the time I have for Safe Money and Income Radio this week. Before I go, I want you to know that I sleep at night knowing that my clients have retirement plans that remove the stress of market loss from the money they depend on for retirement. I want you to sleep at night too. Until next time at the same time, I'm Daryl Blackmon, reminding you to stay safe so you can step into a secure future.
You've been listening to Safe Money and Income Radio with your host, Daryl Blackmon. Find out how to contractually guarantee that your hard-earned money is safe while avoiding market loss so you can have the retirement that you deserve. Call Daryl Blackmon now for your complimentary Safe Money and Income book and Safe Money and Income kit at 8. Preceding information does not represent tax, legal, or investment advice. Surrender charges apply to base contracts. Optional lifetime income benefit riders are used to calculate lifetime payments only and are not available for cash surrender or in a death benefit unless specified in the annuity contract. Fees may apply. Guarantees are based on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the insurance company. No information presented today should be acted upon without meeting with a qualified and licensed professional. Obviously, by calling us now, you are just taking the first step towards protecting your retirement. It's important that you read all insurance contract disclosures carefully before making a purchase decision. Rates and returns mentioned on this program are subject to change without notice.